So the reason that there's a lot of corrupt institutions is because qualifications are required. All right, so if somebody can run for president with no qualifications, that's a free, open organization. That's maybe better. I'm not sure. Why did you got to ask, why did qualifications become required in the first place to run for any elected position? All right, age limits and restrictions, whatever. You need to go to certain schools or something. That should, if it's going to be for an elected position, any elected position, we should not have to require any qualifications. All right, it's for a popularity contest. Why would they place age restrictions for elections? All right, you got age restrictions to vote, age restrictions to even run for a political position. You know that if it's going to be free and not corrupt, you got to take away those restrictions. All right, that's the big problem with especially the judicial system. Anybody could run for a political position, but what about to be a leader in the judicial system? You got a smaller pool. It's like of certain people who took the time to like go to some college or whatever. All right, why they require qualifications before you can run for any kind of judge position. And why is that? I'd like to know, because maybe they have had problems in the past with people who have no experience in law misinterpreting the law and then getting in big trouble, and maybe they put restrictions to prevent future problems with that. But regardless, let those problems come up on an individual basis. I'd rather see somebody who's motivated to learn as opposed to somebody who feels they're privileged to the position because they have the qualifications. Get the qualifications and then become part of the crony system after that and serve those masters. So I think a lot of corruption comes down to the system of qualifications. I mean, to become a doctor, I can kind of understand that. They want you to practice right, but it is an art. You have to go through all that school and learn all the colors and brush strokes and where to cut and the names of things and functions. You know, when you mix two colors together, you should know what color should result, type of thing. It's all an art. To have a qualification for that, well, I question it actually. I don't really trust Western doctors anyway, so actually I should be questioning it. I prefer acupuncture, I prefer chiropractic work. Doctors need to be on a more limited basis, but it's a system of qualifications that elevates their position, and people expect a lot more from these qualified individuals. They're not qualified for everything. If you get rid of those qualifications, then you get a more open playing field, especially in elections. All right, people get voted for more popularity than qualifications. I'm qualified, and there's no one else who's qualified, so my name's the only one on the ballot for whatever position. I'm the only one who's qualified to run for this position. I'm the only one to run for being a judge because no one else in this area is qualified. That's just ridiculous. That's not politics. That's definitely a crony system, a crony family system. My dad was a judge, my grandpa was a judge, because they're they're running a qualified system and not a free, open election, because they've set, I mean, it's a legal rule. Go to jail if you're not qualified and you run for this position. That's not a free, open society. I'd like to see 3-year-olds be able to vote. Okay? Why do you need to be qualified at a certain age? Calling kids dumb, too dumb to vote, too dumb to even run. And why would you create a law that says you have to be 25 to run for president even? What were the problems in the past that caused us? We can't just assume that was a good decision. We live with it. But does anybody question it?